Hello! Today I have a tutorial for a lush cottage made with spruce, bark blocks, and cherry, and calcite, and moss. It was really fun to design and build, and I hope you guys enjoy it. But before we get into the tutorial, don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, I've got the area all marked out. These measurements are the blocks, not including the corners because there are no corners. So it's 19, 9, 6, 2, 5, 2, 6, then just another 9. Once I have that, I'm starting with spruce bark blocks, and I'm placing that on all of this red terracotta 2 blocks tall. Except that this middle bit that's going to be our entryway, I'm placing that 3 tall, then I'm just placing 1 on each side at the front, then some more behind that. Then I'm just putting a layer of calcite in between all of those bark blocks. Then on top of that calcite, I'm just putting some right side up cherry stairs. I'm also doing the cherry stairs for the front and putting some moss in these corners here. Then after I put those cherry stairs, I'm putting some dark oak stairs on all of these spruce bark blocks around the edge, except for the ones in the front. Then I'm moving on first to do one of the sides of 9. Both will be the exact same. Placing just some cherry planks right behind the stairs. Then I'm using that as a base to build off of, placing some moss and some more spruce bark blocks, 5 blocks tall on the edge, then only 3 blocks tall on the middle side. And that's not including the one behind the stair. That's only the ones you can see. Then I'm putting a trapdoor in front of the moss block and copying the same thing on the other side. Then I'm adding some cherry stairs on the spruce bark blocks and a trapdoor between those and some cherry fences. And I'm putting some cherry fences on the bottom too. Then I'm putting some spruce bark blocks on top of those fences to kind of make this little arch shape. Then I'm using some cherry stairs upside down in between those 2 bark block pillars, then right side up in the corners and upside down on the top. So it kind of makes almost a full circle, but not quite. Then I'm placing a trapdoor next to that upside down stair and 3 trapdoors on top of those spruce bark blocks. So it should have this kind of weird funky shape. Then I'm placing some upside down cherry stairs in front of those spruce bark blocks. Then I'm adding some cherry planks. I'm going to remove those, but just for now, so that I can place all of these spruce bark blocks, making sure they're all facing the same direction. Of course, you can just place it across so that they're all facing the same direction the other way, but I wanted them all to face up and down. Then I'm placing 3 spruce bark blocks up on each of those cherry stairs, and I'm outlining it with some cherry planks. Then I'm putting 3 cherry planks in the center and using some cherry stairs to make a window. It's a little circle, which I've done several times on this channel. Then I'm placing some upside down cherry stairs right next to that, and then some planks and more cherry stairs to finish it off. Then across the front here, I'm putting some cherry trapdoors. Then I'm finishing off the gable with 3 cherry planks. So you should have this. Once I have this, I'm filling up the entire back with calcite to make sure our wall doesn't have any holes in it. Once you have that, it should look like this. Then I'm doing the roof, and I'm building it in kind of a funky way right here. I'm building the inside first with the upside down stairs and trapdoors. So it looks like this. Then on the outside, I'm just adding planks on all those trapdoors and adding the right side upstairs and some more trapdoors and a slab. The pattern is right side upstair, upside down stair, plank, then I'm using some trapdoors on either side of that, then a right side upstair, then an upside down stair, then a slab on top of that, then a plank, then a trapdoor underneath that, another plank right next to that, a trapdoor on top of that, then 2 slabs. Then it's just the same thing down the other side. Then once you have that, I'm literally just doing the exact same thing on the other side. So with both those sides done, it should look like this. Then we're copying that exact same side on the back side, just in the center, and it's literally the exact same, and then I'll show you how to connect the 2 corners in just a second. So once you have all that built, it should look like this, and to connect it, I'm just starting by using some spruce bark blocks and making this pillar connect all the way up to where all the other ones do, then using some planks as some extra blocks and putting some more spruce bark blocks to connect everything like this. Then I'm putting a moss block with a trapdoor in front of it and a cherry plank 2 blocks up, then another cherry plank right at the very top, and then a fence in the middle. Then I'm putting some cherry fences and cherry stairs on top of that, then putting some calcite behind that and leaving that open. Then I'm connecting the roof by adding some more bark blocks in that corner there and using some cherry planks so that I can place the stairs on them, and then just filling in some fences in there and some calcite behind that. Then I'm just doing the exact same thing on the other side, and you should have this. Then all it's have to do is the front, and I'm starting that by placing some spruce bark blocks 4 blocks tall behind those ones we placed, then some dark oak stairs on the top of the spruce bark blocks next to the staircase and in front of the spruce pillar we just built. Then I'm placing another spruce bark block on top of that, then some planks behind it so that I can place some more spruce bark blocks in this little arch, just like this. Then I'm using a dark oak trapdoor and connecting those 2 stairs like this. Then I'm putting some upside down cherry stairs and trapdoors in that little 3 bit there, and then some trapdoors right under those spruce bark blocks right next to that, flipping those down, and then I'm outlining this whole doorway with calcite, using some fences and some more calcite behind that, working my way down. Then I'm just doing some upside down cherry stairs, and then 2 right side up cherry stairs, then some trapdoors, and then that's where the door will go, like this. Then I'm putting some trapdoors here to outline some moss blocks we're gonna put in there. Then we're just gonna outline these other moss blocks we placed earlier with some cherry trapdoors, and we can get started on the gable. So we're putting another spruce bark block and then another cherry stair, so everything's level. Then I'm just using some more bark blocks to fill it out. Then I'm filling the back with some calcite, going up 2 blocks tall with 5, then going up 3 blocks tall, 3 blocks, so we can build out the gable. Then I'm adding some fences in front of that and putting some spruce bark blocks on top of that. Then I'm actually moving this calcite at the top a little bit farther up on top of that spruce bark block, like this. Then I'm just using some cherry planks, which is going to be our roof, building those up like this, and then rounding it out with some stairs on the inside. Then I'm putting some stairs on the outside, and then one on that underside there. So the roof will be a right side up stair, upside down stair, plank, right side up stair, upside down stair, plank, right side up stair, upside down stair, then one last plank, then another right side up stair, and in that center there we're putting an upside down stair, but it's going to be facing out instead of facing towards either side of the wall. Then we're leaving that spot open, we're putting a trap door, flicking that up, and then we're putting a plank on top of that, because that's going to be a little window. Then I'm just adding some trap doors to the outside, and some trap doors on the top. Now I'm doing this little side here, just to connect everything. I'm adding a layer of planks, then I'm just connecting the spruce bark blocks up together. Then I'm building another spruce bark block pillar so it matches, filling in that calcite back there. Then I'm doing the same thing I did on the other side, where I'm using some planks so that I can place a little pillar of dark oak to connect everything. Then I'm doing the same thing I did on the other side with the moss block with the trapdoor in front of it, and 2 blocks up the upside down stair, then a fence, then another stair on top of that. Here in the center of these 3, I'm placing a plank, then a right side up stair, then a trapdoor on top of that. Then I'm placing 2 moss blocks on either side with a trapdoor in front of those, and then I'm going up 2 blocks from the moss block and placing some upside down cherry stairs. Then I'm filling in the back with calcite. Then I'm doing the same thing I did as the last time with the planks across the top, 1 block up, then filling in with stairs and calcite behind it. Then we're just doing on the other side, and you should have this. The roof is really easy because we're just following this pattern here and connecting it up. We're just following the shape of the roof and outlining that bottom, so you should have this. Then once you have this, I'm just using moss to fill in the roof. And I kind of do it a little bit random, so like it's not each side isn't symmetrical. I kind of just place it however so that it kind of builds up. And I did this for a while, just kind of tweaking it whatever way I thought it looked good, just kind of make it look natural. So I was just kind of piling it up there, and I ended with something that looked like this. And I was really happy with it. But it is just totally random. Then on the top, I made some custom cherry trees using cherry leaves and spruce bark blocks. And how I make my trees is I build up the bottom and make it go thinner at the top and branch out. I do not have like a method or a tutorial that I use. I just kind of go for it random. I know of some good tutorials for how to build custom trees, and I may link those in the description because I cannot help you. I am not good at building custom trees. I just do it random until it kind of looks enough like a tree. And I ended with something that looked like this, and then I built a couple more smaller ones next to it. So this is how mine ended up looking, and then I just added pink petal flowers everywhere. I just spammed that everywhere, just random. And I remember, because they're directional, I also was rotating. So I was not only moving around using a WASD, but I was also rotating my mouse around so that I was spinning. And that's how I did it random. Then once I had that, where I liked all the pink, I just filled in the rest with some bone meal so that it would grow some grass. And this is how mine ended up looking. Then the very last thing I did was fill in all the windows. So for the circle windows, I just filled in some white stained glass blocks behind that. And I did that for each circle window. Then for the other windows that were just normal squares, I used brown stained glass panes because there's spruce next to it, and so using brown just makes it look better. I don't know why. Color theory, I guess. Then once I had all the windows filled up, I took some peonies and then I filled in all of these moss blocks around the entire build. Because if you notice, we left 2 blocks above each one, so a little flower could perfectly fit there. And you can use whatever flower you want. I just like the pink one with the pink build. And then once you have that, it's literally completely done. And you've got this lush cottage. My favorite part about this build is gotta be the roof. I just think it's so cute, and it was really fun to build because I could just kind of do whatever I wanted, random. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this build. Let me know what you think about it in the comments down below, and what other builds you'd like to see on this channel. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe.